Hi, I am Dr. T.N. Kavita. Today we are going to see types of classifications and tabulations of data in business statistics. Actually, what is classification? In our previous video, we have completed the collection of data, right? So, the collected data have to be classified. Here broadly, four broad basis of classifications are there. One is geographical classification, another is chronological classification or temporal classification, qualitative classification and quantitative classification. These are the main classifications. What is geographical classification? It is just a area wise classification. For example, total population of India by states and by districts, number of deaths due to COVID-19 by countries, deaths in Tamil Nadu by districts. So, area wise classification, countries by states, by districts, by regions, etc. are called as geographical classification. So, area wise classification. Next, chronological or temporal classification on the basis of time. It's on the basis of time. That means by year wise, month wise, week wise, day wise, time wise, so etc. It's called a chronological classification. Next, qualitative classification. It's according to the attributes, on the basis of attributes or characters. For example, people by place of residence, that means rural or urban, male, female, illiterate, literate, somewhat. So, according to the character or attributes, that is called qualitative classification. This is the example table. Here sex, boys and girls, urban and rural wise, it classified. Okay, the table can represent. So, what is quantitative data? Quantitative is on the basis of quantitative class intervals. Okay, that means according to the some quantity, weights, heights. Here the example given is a college students' weights. Okay, so next, presentation of data. Presentation of data refers to an exhibition or putting of data into an attractive and useful manner. Okay, so the collected data should have to be present after classification. Okay, what are that? One, textual presentation, data table or tabular presentation, and diagrammatic presentation. These are the presentation of data after classification. Okay, first collection of data, next classification of data, and then presentation of data. Here we are going to see the tabulation of data. Tabulation is the systematic arrangement of statistical data in columns and rows. It explains the problem under consideration. Tabulation helps in drawing the inference from statistical figures. Types of tabulation: simple table and a complex table. The simple table gives information regarding one or more independent questions, and the complex table gives information regarding two mutually dependent questions. Two-way table. This type of table gives information regarding two mutual dependent questions. How many millions of persons are in the divisions? So, the two-way table will answer the question by giving the column for female and male. Okay. So, the population and sex wise it is two-way it classified. Here three-way table. For example, the three-way table gives information regarding three mutual dependent and interrelated questions. For example, one-way table we get the information about population, two-way table population and male or female. In three-way table, one more information we can get how many male and female are literate. Okay, so population, male or female, and literate or illiterate. So the three interrelated questions it can answer. Population in various division, their sex-wise distribution, their position of literacy. Next, components of data table. What are the components of a table? Table number, title, headnotes, stubs, caption, body or field, footnotes, sources. These are the components of table. What is table number? Each table should have a specific table number for easy of access and locating. This number can be readily mentioned anywhere, which serves a reference and leads us directly to the data mentioned in the particular table. What do you mean by title in the table? A table must contain a title that clearly tells the readers about the data. It contains time period of study, place of study and the nature of classification of data. What is head note? A head note further aids in the purpose of a title and display more information about the table. Generally, head notes present the units of data in brackets at the end of the table title. Stubs. These are titles of the rows in a table. Actually, row title is called stub. Okay. So, it gives the information about the particular row. Column title is called the caption. Okay. So, it gives the counterpart of stub and indications about the column. Body or field. The body of the table is content of the table in its entirely. Each item in a body is known as a cell. Footnotes. Footnotes are rarely used. In effect, they supplement the title of the table if required. It's not needed. If suppose you need, you can add it. Source. When using data obtained from a secondary source, this source has to be mentioned below the footnote, that is called as a source. Okay. So, on constructing the data table or for what is the character of a good table? What are the basic needs to construct a good table? First, the title should be accordance with the objective of study, comparison, alternative location of stubs, headings, footnote, size of column, use of abbreviations, units. This everything should be contained in the good table. The title should be in accordance with the objective of study means the title of a table should provide a quick insight into the table. Comparison. So, the rows and columns we need to compare. Okay, easily. Alternative location of stubs. If the rows in a data table are lengthy, then the stubs can be placed on the right hand side of the table. Headings should be written in a singular form. For example, good must be used instead of goods. Footnote should be given only if needed. So, it is not necessary. Size of columns must be uniform and symmetrical. Then only we can see the table with a beauty. Use of abbreviations. Headings and subheadings should be free of abbreviations. Units. These should be clear specifications of units above the columns. Advantages of the tabulation. The large mass of confusing data is easily reduced to reasonable form that is understandable to kind. So, the table gives the understandable form. Okay. So, the second advantage, the data once arranged in a suitable form gives the condition of the situation at a glance or gives a bird eye view. From the table, it is easy to draw some reasonable conclusion or inferences. Tables gave grounds for analysis of data. Errors and omissions, if any, are always deducted in tabulation. Okay. So, these are the advantages of table. Now, we have completed types of classification and the data represented in a table. Okay. Tabulation also completed. In our next video, we will see the diagrammatic representation or graphical representation of data. Okay. Thank you for listening. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.